Sir,
Yeah.
sir, one question. Actually, is any grammar needed to write a poem?
Grammar related to
Grammar needed to write a poem?
not only grammar is required, like there are a lot of things like stanzas, the smile, and other things.
Okay, actually, I want to write a poem, sir, but I can't write. That's why.
I don't know about Hindi, but in English it's required. It's mandatory.
Okay.
Whereas like yeah. So in case like if you want to learn that, so you need to go through the MA English Literature or BA English Literature, then you'll get those things. Because the literature is mainly it consists of prose and poetry. So not only the normal poems, even you can write like the Shakespeare and the Bernard Shaw and other like poets as well. Even the Chaucer as well, Geoffrey Chaucer.
Okay.
You want to write the poems in English or
English, sir.
English? Anyhow, like people, they write whatever they like without following the rules. But actually, that's not the actual thing. Even you can see in the kids' book, whatever they like for example, the butterfly flies and something it happens.
Rhyme word. They are use rhyme word.
Yes, but that is actually not the essence of poem. So let's start with our session and yeah. So any queries related to yesterday's class, anyone? No.
No, sir.
So today parallelly, what we'll do is by end of the day, I'll just the 10th sheet as well. And before that, start with yeah. So in the worksheet, any other queries? The verbs.
Sir, what is the meaning of hoist? H-O-I-S-T.
Oh,
Hoist.
who can tell this? No one. Yeah, Deepak. You're on mute. No.
सर पहराना झंडा पहराना like flag
Obviously.
Crane hoist. Crane hoist.
flag
Flag
hoist.
hosting.
Okay.
Since childhood, like
Actually, I thought flag hosting is H-O-S-T, sir. From my childhood, I'm thinking that, sir.
yeah, since your childhood, like not only you, everyone, they just remember 15th August, 26th January because they may get chocolates and some sweets.
I am from complete Telugu medium, sir.
No worries. So even those who are from CBSE as well, they even are not aware of it. They only know, yeah, on 15th August, we just have to wait till our teacher gives us chocolates. And then after, like whatever the celebration it goes, then I go for that. Yeah, any other word?
Sir, imprison.
What?
Imprison.
Imprison.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the meaning of imprison, anyone? Imprison is like to put someone in jail.
Okay.
Bandi banana. Any other? Because whatever the queries that you have today will wind up and then we'll go along with our grammar and our speaking. So clear all the like verbs, everyone? Okay, so in case like if you further have, so today just have a look after the class, and in case if you get any queries, then let me know. Bye. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So as we have completed till past continuous,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. Today, you said that the second scenario of using past continuous, that is while.
while. So first one is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here. This is the second scenario of past continuous. That is, in the first scenario, what we have seen. In the first scenario, what we saw is that something that happened and there was a minute gap. I mean the second gap as well. But here we don't have any gap. That is, while I was sleeping, my mother was cooking. Okay. So something which was happening parallelly. I mean simultaneously. Like while I was teaching, you were listening. I mean yesterday. Okay. In the same way, while even you can say those who stay in hostels, or like in case if you do remember about your hostel days. So while I was studying, my friend was disturbing. The same way, like while she was watching a movie, I was going to mall. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Both the scenarios you have to use ing, and that's mandatory. As you can see, while my friends were coming to my home, we were going to a function. And usually it happens. The moment you come to know that, okay, my friends are coming, immediately you lock your room and you say that even I am going somewhere. Because if they come again, you have to like prepare some tea, or like even you have to bring the cold drinks. So it's better like tell them that while you were coming, I was going. So while he was listening the class, they were shouting, or while she was singing, they were dancing. It means as this one gonna be common, I, he, she, and me. So with these things we have to use was, whereas with you, we, and they we have to use were. Okay. Like while she was singing, they were dancing. While I was doing this, they were doing this. So this is how the things it needs to go. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you use while, even though if you compare the meaning of when and while, the meaning you will get the same. In Hindi, like jab, eppudaite. But in English, we follow the rule. The moment you use while, you have to use ing.
Ing.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So whenever you use when, you have to use ing plus v2. The moment you go with ing, you need to go with while. Yeah. So clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please make a note. Yes, so done everyone.
Yes, sir. Sir, in workbook, after the simple past continuous, after directly it is showing future exercises, sir. Future tense.
Because the other things are not useful.
Okay.
Done everyone.
Yes, sir.
So next, like we are heading towards. So before this, just try two examples using when and while. Then after we'll go with the past perfect. Everyone, just try two examples. One is using when and two examples using when, two examples using while.
They were coming to my home when I am out of station.
No, just observe the rule once. Yeah.
While I was cooking, my brother was playing cricket.
Okay. So go
And
on
he
both,
apologized.
on both using when. Whenever you use when, so one it has to be in simple past, the other it has to go with ing. The moment you use while, one it has to be like both the things has to be in ing.
That's okay.
While I was reading newspaper, sound was coming from outside.
While I was, someone was making noise, or I was getting noise, you can say.
While I was sitting in garden, they were playing.
Okay.
When
My
you
phone rang.
apologized, they were laughing.
One way.
While I was preparing for the civil services, I was doing engineering.
No, how can like simultaneously? So, okay. Yeah.
Simultaneously, both are actions simultaneously.
Any other?
When you called me, I was attending a class.
When you
My
called-
phone rang while I was doing the dishes.
while I was.
My phone rang while I was doing the dishes.
While I was giving interview, I was preparing for DSA.
Come again. What was it?
While I was giving interview,
While I was
I was
attending for an
preparing
interview,
for DSA.
or preparing for an interview, you can say.
For an interview. Okay.
They met while they were in college.
No. They met when they were in college.
When?
Because you are using we.
Sir, I was dancing when you called me.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, while I am doing a workout, my friends, while I was doing workout, is it correct, sir?
So while I was you don't have to do work. Yeah, you can even go with. Or while I was performing my everyday task, or even it can be while I was exercising.
Okay. While I was exercising in gym, my friends were doing yoga.
While I was writing script, I was thinking about the character.
Yeah, Malari.
While I was going to hospital, you called me.
Someone called while you were out.
Come again, somebody.
Someone called while you were out.
So someone was calling when you were going out.
Sir, we are using when and going.
Someone was calling while I was going out. So see, this is gonna be a bit confusing. I mean, this particular part, particularly past continuous. So the moment you go with when, you have to use V2 and then followed by I. And most of the aspirants, like those who came to learn the English, they just get confused with this. But make sure that you are not going to confuse with when and while, even though both the things, they convey the same. But while speaking, the other person, if he is aware of grammars, he or she can easily find out. So everyone is clear with this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now let's go ahead with our new thing, that is past perfect. Yeah. So what do you understand by past perfect?
It is more past, sir. Past of the past, sir.
Past of the past.
Yes.
The work is completed in past.
So work is completed in past. So then usually I can even express with the help of simple past, isn't it? Then what is the use of past perfect? Yeah, anyone? Even if I want to express something that already happened in the past, so I can explain it with the help of simple past. So what is the use? Yeah, Samiksha, the example. Any answer? Anyone?
I went to hospital, sir.
I went to hospital. Ongoing action in the past got completed.
Sir,
So if
the
I say
thief,
like I took my breakfast, so does it doesn't it mean that it did not complete?
It is present perfect. I took my breakfast.
If I say I took my breakfast yesterday, or I took my lunch. Yeah, Samir? So what is the use of past perfect?
sir, can we say the thief ran after the police? Sorry, the thief had run after the police came.
So, like my question is that why I have to learn past perfect? Let it be.
So if we want to represent the more past, sir, then we will have to use a past perfect tense.
So when we can
We can represent with the help of the timeline, sir.
Yeah. One cube, as you can see. Whereas once again, let's go back to yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One of the famous example of past perfect. That is the patient had died before the doctor came. But let me tell you the story behind this, why actually we need. Mainly, in case, again, we go back to the journalism, and whenever they have to report, and if they don't get any news, so what they do? If they say that patient died, so will you watch? No, we won't watch.
They will create news, sir.
If they say the patient died, so what is the fun in that? Nothing, no seriousness. So again, we go with by using the past perfect. The patient had died before the doctor came. Even in case of Jayalalitha, everyone knows Jayalalitha.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So when she died, the reporters they did not explain that she expired. So she has even they have even used the doctors were accompanying so many things, but the simple answer was that she died. But instead of saying the single sentence, they have used many more, and mainly past perfect tense. Got the point? So the
Yes, sir.
patient had died, and two things that happened in the past, but the event that took place first. Okay, if two things, the patient died and even the doctor came. Both the things, both the incident, it took place in the
Past.
past, but the event that took place first.
Patient
The
died.
patient first he died, then after doctor came. So the event that takes place first, with that we have to use past perfect, that is had plus V3. And always mark my words, with past perfect, always and always you have to use V3. I mean, any perfect tense, always V3. And if it is past, then had. If it is present, then have or has. So here, the event that happens first, with that we have to use had plus V3. And the event that happened later, with that we have to use simple past. So one important thing is that always you need to take the base, and base is simple past. Okay. So here, one more query it comes. I hope everyone may have studied tense.
Yes, sir.
And even you have studied, there might be keyword after, when, before as well. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But let's see. If I use after, the patient came, the doctor came after the patient had died. What's the meaning?
The action reversed, sir.
The patient already died. Then doctor came.
What's the difference between first and second sentence? Yeah, who can tell me?
Sir, it may after means it may take around 1 hour or 5 hours. We can consider that, but the actions, the time between two actions,
Sir, both
we
sentences
cannot mention.
Sir, both sentences are same, sir. First and second.
But before after is there.
No, it is
Means ముందు తర్వాత. అంటే
How
patient
many of you feel that? How many of you believe that both the sentences give the same meaning? And how many of you say both the sentences give the different meaning?
అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ లో అయితే
Different
same
meaning,
sir, language
Sir, from my side,
Any
both the
language, in
sentences
any
are same,
language,
sir.
whether it is English, Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Odia, any language.
सर दोनों ही सेंटेंस में पेशेंट पहले मर चुका है सर, उसके बाद ही डॉक्टर आया है।
No.
अब दोनों को
The question is just
No.
the question is whether both the sentences gives the same meaning or the different meaning.
Sir, from my
Different meaning.
from
One by
my
one.
side,
How many
sir.
of you say it gives the same meaning?
Same
Just raise your hand
meaning,
once. Let's
Sir,
see.
from my side, sir, same meaning, sir.
Same meaning. Okay. Anyone who supports Avinash?
Different
Same
meaning.
meaning, sir.
Mrinal. Okay. How many of you say okay? Even Smita. How many of you say it gives the different meaning? Okay. Shiva, Deepak, Shyam, Samiksha. Okay, Rishikesh. Okay. So now let's ask to those who say it gives the no. Okay, first let's go with the LIFO as well. Everyone knows LIFO?
Yes, sir. Last in, first out.
Last in, first out.
Those who say it gives a different meaning. Tell me how. So what is the meaning of the first one? What is the meaning of the second? Yeah.
Sir, can I tell in Telugu?
Uh-huh.
Sir, actual గా దట్ టూ సెంటెన్స్ లో మనం సెంటిమెంట్ అంటే ఎమోషనల్ గా చూసుకుంటే డాక్టర్ వచ్చే లోపే చనిపోయాడు అనే దానికి చనిపోయిన తర్వాత ఎప్పుడో డాక్టర్ వచ్చాడు అనే దానికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది కదా సార్.
మీనింగ్ సేమ్ కాదా?
కొంచెం స్లైట్ చేంజ్ అనేది ఉంది సార్.
ఎమోషన్స్ లోనే మీనింగ్ లోనే?
ఎమోషన్స్ లో.
ఎమోషన్స్ మీనింగ్ మాత్రం సేమ్.
లిటరల్లీ తీసుకుంటే సేమే సార్.
Anyone else? Those who say the meaning it conveys the different meaning. और किसी को लगता है कि different meaning है?
died. Then doctor came, and in first, the patient already died. Then before doctor came, meaning it's same, but the emotional it changed.
Okay, so those who say the meaning is same. Yeah, Avinash.
सर मेरे अकॉर्डिंग सर दोनों ही सेंटेंस में सर पेशेंट पहले मर चुका है सर,
या पेशेंट पहले मर चुका है मगर
डॉक्टर बाद में ही आया है
इमोशनल
सर, इमोशन क्या करेगा सर?
అంటే వచ్చుంటే
कहने
ఛాన్స్ ఉండేది కదా అనేది మీనింగ్ కన్వే అవుతుంది కదా సార్.
Different meaning, sir.
Vidyasagar says the sentence is wrong. Second sentence. Now let's see. By the way, the answer is yeah. Chandan, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
First sentence, the patient had died. डॉक्टर के आने से पहले पेशेंट मर गया.
Okay, रोगी मर चुका था. Okay.
Yes. सेकेंड सेंट डॉक्टर के आने के बाद पेशेंट मरा.
So we'll consider everyone's view and let's see. And
The doctor came after the patient had died.
so let's change the let's try to change the lenses and then we'll see the things. It's like what gonna be the meaning. So first one, it says the patient had died before the doctor came. It means the patient he died before. It means the first the patient died, then the doctor came. Yes or no?
ఎస్ సార్.
డాక్టర్ కి ఆనే से पहले పేషెంట్ మర్ చుకా था. డాక్టర్ రాకముందు పేషెంట్ చనిపోయాడు. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ డాక్టర్ केम आफ्टर द पेशेंट had died. డాక్టర్ వచ్చాడు, పేషెంట్ చనిపోయాడు. డాక్టర్ आए कब पेशेंट के मरने के बाद. तो इन बोथ द सिनेरियोस पेशेंट पहले मर गया. आफ्टर द डॉक्टर केम हियर डॉक्टर केम, डॉक्टर आए कब द पेशेंट मर. What point?
Yes, sir.
So the meaning is
Okay,
the
sir.
only thing what I mean is I'm changing after the reason behind is that if I use after here, so I can't convey the same meaning. So patient मर चुका था डॉक्टर के आने से पहले, but if I write here after patient मर चुका डॉक्टर के आने के बाद, that I can't change. So here whatever the scenario might be, using after or before, you can convey the action that happens before. So here the action took place first, the patient had died before the doctor, or even the doctor came after the patient had died. Even you can say the police the incident had taken place before the police died. So something that happens first is that we have to use had plus before. Something that happens later is that we have to use simple past. So even we can use after, even use before. But this many days I have written the concept, but from now you have to use only before, don't use after. Can anyone say why? Even though each and every grammar book says the same, and people have given following, even we got a notification positivity, but I don't know pages are very long. And you have to give say what they find it. Can you say why you should not use after? Why you have to use before? If you remember during the COVID time, the doctor comes and says, let's say let it be about the COVID time because that's close to nostalgia moment. Let's say if a compounder comes out, because most of the time like in the movies you may see that the doctor says sorry we can't help you, but in real life it's the compounder who comes out and says, because the doctor they always used to show themselves that they are very busy, but actually it's not. So that if the compounder comes and says that the patient had the doctor came after the patient had died. Got the point?
Okay.
Then the guardians or like the patients, like those who came with the patients, immediately they'll search the doctor and they'll make the doctor as a patient. Yes. Because it was not compounder's mistake, even though he has learned the grammar, even though he's following the rule, but only in the understanding the people they have done the mistake. And what they'll understand that okay, doctor came late, that's why the patient died, but they don't observe the had where it is placed. What's the point?
ఎస్ సార్.
They just misunderstand the things. Like okay, the patient had died, instead of saying this he says the doctor came after the patient had died, even though he's conveying the same thing, but people they just misunderstand. So what he has to say, the patient had died before the doctor came. Okay. It means already the patient died, then after the doctor came. But if they say like if the compounder says the doctor came after, only this thing it changes the whole scenario.
The total sentence seems it is negative, sir.
Obviously, Now let me show you one more thing, as everyone is heading towards the IT sector. So even for you, I thought, see, let's say if you got your job in Bangalore, okay, and one fine day, like if you are working very fine, so one fine day your manager asked you to just you have to go to Pune, and today is the appointment, or like tomorrow, for example. So obviously you will book the ticket and you will start the next day. But as you will find that you got late, and due to which you missed the train. So immediately you'll call your manager and you'll say, the train had left the station before I reached. So then like your manager will feel pity. Okay. The manager will feel pity and he'll say, okay, no worries. You can just go with another train or any other place. But if you say the truth, that I reached the station after the train had left. So what your manager will do? Even he may ask, so even you can leave as soon as possible. Yes. See, and this is the reason, like, you should never speak the truth. See, even though it was not his mistake, if he tries to become Harishchandra, so he will be in trouble. If he says, I reached the station after the train had left, even here he is saying the same. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But it's only about the people's understanding.
सर इसका सर एक्सप्लेन इन हिंदी सर मैं पहुंचने के बाद ट्रेन मिस हो गया
नहीं, निकल चुकी थी। हाँ,
मैं पहुंचने के बाद
एक्चुअली ये क्या है कि द मीनिंग इट शेयर्स द सेम। मेरे पहुंचने के पहले एक्चुअली वो है ट्रेन निकल चुकी थी, सो ट्रेन के निकलने के बाद मैं पहुंचा। सेकंड वन इट सेज
okay.
So even in both the scenarios ट्रेन पहले निकल चुकी थी, but in the first scenario I am saying ट्रेन like मेरे पहुंचने से पहले is the before, okay, ट्रेन निकल चुकी थी and here ट्रेन के निकलने के बाद मैं पहुंचा।
Okay.
So in both the scenarios you are conveying the same, but the manager may understand, misunderstand. Even here the guardians may misunderstand and they may trash the doctor. Here the manager may give you the resignation letter as soon as possible. Yes, even though it was not your mistake, but they did. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's come back to the syntax. Syntax always it follows the same. That is subject plus
Had plus
Had plus
subject
plus
this
subject.
is my subject, then had, then
V3.
this is V3, and then everything comes under
Object.
here, even here subject, then had, then V3, and then after
Object.
it's clear now.
Yes, sir.
So instead of writing the keywords after, before, when, just use only before. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
yes sir.
Even if you say like this sentence, I had completed my work before the teacher came or before my boss came. But if you say in the other way that my teacher entered the room after I had completed my work, it means you
Teacher.
are saying that your teacher always used to be late. Yes.
Yes.
So now I hope you are getting the point.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Just make a note of this and even note down the after part as well, using after, so that in future you can remember. So now you understood why we should not use after.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you learn something, just think about. When I was learning tense, no one taught me in this way, and due to that, even I got depressed. that why everyone they say tense are very important, very important. So then I started my research and I came to know that this is how we need to learn the tense.
In my school days, they used to buttify me the tenses, sir.
It's not
Instead of
like-
using use cases,
Mhm.
simply you have to follow the structure.
Obviously. Even today as well, as I have met one of my friend's son, and he's in class 4th or 5th, I guess. So even he's doing the same thing. And the moment you ask, like they say, my teacher told to learn and I'm learning. Yeah, so Samir is asking a question that why we should not use after. Yeah, who can tell?
After means it's negative meaning.
Yeah, so try to explain, Pooja.
Sir, can I explain Hindi?
Yeah,
I can
Samir
explain,
can
sir.
understand.
If we use after in the sentence, there is a chance to misunderstand other person. That's why we try to use only before.
The moment you use after, it means it gives the negative sense, like doctor came after the patient died. It means it was the doctor's mistake. And if the person is not aware of the past perfect tense, so they may even take in the negative sense. Okay.
Sir, in my school time, my teacher told us if in the end of the sentence is having ta hai, ti hai, that is the tense is a present indefinite tense. Raha hai, rahi hai, like that is continuous tense.
So, like, mainly in UP, Bihar, even in
MP.
Delhi as well. So you are from Avinash?
I'm from Sir MP, sir, Madhya Pradesh.
Because in Delhi as well, I heard the same. Because the students who come here, they used to say like, sir, if I ask like how it is possible, why it is simple present, so they give the same answer
In the last of the sentence.
at the end of the sentence. But and due to that, not only sorry to tell you, but even the teachers, those who are teaching over there, if you ask them to speak continuously just for half an hour, they can't. But they are expert in grammar.
Yes, sir.
Even including Delhi as well. Like 6 months ago, as I had some work in Delhi, so as I went, so instead of saying them that I'm a trainer, I just sat in their classes, and the moment I asked them the question, they said, no, this is what the grammar, if you learn, then you'll get. And I said, like, how we can speak? And they said, like, if you'll practice every day, then you get. And then I asked others that even he speaks, then they said, no, sir always speaks in Hindi, and even after 2 months, even you will learn. So that's how the things it goes. So if the trainer he speaks in Hindi and Telugu and other language, that's how it goes.
Sir, before this slide, you have shown one slide, sir. Definition of the past perfect
I'm
continuous.
coming to that. See, the same thing what we have gone through. I'll come
Yes,
to that slide. Okay, this one is not done, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Let's complete this, then after we go.
Sir, you can hear me?
Yeah.
सर एवरीडे प्रैक्टिस करने से स्पीक अच्छी कर सकते हैं सर अपनी इंग्लिश में
Every day.
एवरीडे इंग्लिश में बात करना है तो अपनी मतलब इंग्लिश अच्छी करना है तो प्रैक्टिस से हो जाएगी
हाँ, practice से ही होगा. So already I told you 3 things. What are they? TEDx, conversation, and this one, grammar.
थैंक यू
If
Sir,
you are working
tab-
on this,
Sir, can you repeat again what you have said, sir, regarding English practice?
okay. Even I told 5 days ago the same thing.
Yes, sir.
sir.
TEDx,
TED Talk.
TED Talk by Indian speakers. Every day one TED Talk, write the sentences. Then followed by the app, which I told you, conversation app, and then followed by this one. I mean the grammar, how we are going through, for example, by relating with the real life scenarios. That's it.
అట్లే నిద్రపోతానే
सर आप ग्रामर की भी क्लास लेते हो? ग्रामर की क्लास?
ग्रामर लाइक अभी तो ग्रामर का ही है ना सीमा.
ग्रामर चल रहा है अभी।
हाँ सर, बट जैसे प्रॉपर एक ग्रामर में पूरा पढ़ाते हैं ना?
Okay, for the competitive one you mean?
यस।
हाँ. So for competitive earlier I used to take, but that used to be only seasonal. Just 2 months before everyone they won.
Okay,
So earlier I used to take for the SSC CGL people like 4 years ago. So they used to come only in the season. The whole year they enjoy. So those who are from the IT background, those who are from the mechanical, all the background, they just joined 2 months before.
But sir,
And
we
for them,
cannot.
like you have to spend 2 hours, not only 2 hours, 3 hours every day. So later on, like I felt that would be like time consuming again. And if I just go with that, then that would be a bit tedious. So I just stopped those classes and then concentrated on the managers and this. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
hello,
speaking
sir.
concept and sir, grammar concept both are different, right, sir?
Come again.
Sir, speaking concept and grammar concept both are different.
Very,
Whenever
very
we are trying to speak in English, then we are not following any rules of the grammar, sir.
See, even in this course, as I'm taking you only the grammar which is essential.
Yeah.
Okay, which is essential, particular. But if I take you through all that pronoun and types of pronoun and the types of noun, so you'll end up with only grammar. Whereas you will not gain the confidence at all. And just like even if whenever I used to teach the grammar, so over there I never used to speak about the speaking. In that
Sir,
only grammar.
Please change the slides, sir. Meanwhile, we'll write.
So done everyone? The previous
sir.
slide?
Yes, sir.
For the conversation app, can you share the link?
Sure. Okay, Jigyasu, you were not there on that day. It was like just type English conversation in Android and you will.
It is working in iOS also, sir.
In iOS as well? Okay.
Yeah, it is very good app, sir. I
Very
started
sir.
practicing, sir.
Every day, like if possible, try 3 to 4 conversations.
Yes, sir.
And one more, sorry, stories one. One more app I told you.
No, sir. Only you said one.
Only okay, in the offline as well. Okay, at the last I will tell.
Okay, sir.
For the stories. Almost it has 1,000 plus stories.
Okay.
So soon, like if you'll follow the things, even you will become a speaker. So even you can give the talks in colleges, wherever you like. English conversation. Or else remind me, I'll just ping in the group as well. In the WhatsApp. So see, whatever we have discussed, the same thing it's written here. When 2 actions take place in the past, so the action
Yes,
was completed first. So even whatever you study, first go through the example, then come to the definition.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so everyone is done with this.
Yes, sir.
So in our next class as well, get ready. In that, we'll have either the storytelling, and let me show you the app as well. English stories.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
This one. So type in Android for the English stories. This. So all the kid stories, even including the moral stories, you'll find. So every day, if you can go through 5 stories, and what is the benefit that you'll get? Even you'll learn the new vocab, and you'll understand the things easily, and that will boost your confidence.
Sir,
So,
how
me
it-
as well, sir, the logo of that English conversation practice app, what you were saying earlier.
Hello. Yeah, tell me. This is gonna be the logo of that. Yes.
Oh yeah, I got it for English stories and for English conversation. What you have suggested the app.
English conversation. The app name itself is English conversation.
Okay, there are so many apps out there. That's why I'm asking which one is the correct app.
English conversation.
English conversation. This is gonna be the logo.
Okay, got it.
Sir, previous app, how it will be, sir? Like a story and audio also is available, sir.
Which one? Which one?
English stories app.
No. In that audio is not available.
Only stories are available.
Only stories are.
Okay.
Even if you want it to speak, not stories actually, there is an app by The Hindu newspaper.
The Hindu. Okay.
If you'll go to that, even it will read for you. Every day new vocabs. The Hindu
Okay.
vocab app. This.
Okay.
So I think it gives the meaning in Hindi, English both. Hindi, English, and then followed by everyday synonym, antonym, everything you can learn. And that is from the newspaper it gives. And moreover, articles. So even if you feel that, no, I don't like to read the articles, then you can press a button and it will read for you.
The entire article it will read.
Yeah, every day's article. They use. So in case if anyone, those who are preparing for UPSC, that will help them. And for GK as well.
Sir, how to use bother in a sentencing?
What, Avinash?
Sir, how to use bother, BOTHER in a sentencing?
Bother.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
BOTHER, bother.
Okay. So actually, we don't use bother as a single entity. We have to use bother along with something. Like, please don't bother about.
Bother about me means we will have to use after bother one preposition.
Obviously.
According to the syntax, or fixed about.
It always like, there is something called phrasal verbs. And in few things, the prepositions are fixed. For example, abide by.
Abide by, yes, sir. We followed by after abide.
So there are certain prepositions which are fixed with the such verbs.
Okay.
Yeah. And everyone,
Yes, sir. What is the task tomorrow, sir? You are saying something.
tomorrow's task is like the same task everyone must follow. Every day 2 stories, any 2 stories, your wish. From that, and from tomorrow, everyone. Next, after 1 conversation from the app. Okay. And then after 1 TED talk.
Yes, sir.
So total
3, sir.
3.
2 story, 1 conversation, and
2 stories, 1 conversation, and 1
TEDx.
by Indian speakers.
Okay, sir.
In case if